All right, welcome everybody back to the Dave Knows Wrestling Podcast. We're here on the live stream, brand new Friday episode instead of the normal Saturday episode we do. Hopefully you guys find me, hopefully you guys know this is happening, and hopefully you guys aren't too upset that I'm not coming on Saturday. Doing a little bit of an early edition of, hey, welcome, yo! Rivera's, how you doing? Thank you for finding me and thank you for being on. I know we're a little earlier today than normal, so I want to thank you. Sup, Dakota Jennings? What's up indeed? Hey, glad to see you guys here. Hey, dream matches, I like it. All right, a lot of you guys coming over. Great to see you guys. Okay, so real quick, I am doing something a little bit different today. I'm doing it on, and thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. And hey, welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome to the live chat. Hey, the Reflex. Cool name. I like it. The Rimas. Sup, Dave? What is up, Drago? Drogo! Sup from England? Oh, gonna give you a little bit of a preview of what's coming up, but if you liked my Anarchy in the UK British style wrestling episode, coming out a little soon, you might find something else you like. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. You guys are off to a great start already. Okay, so coming on here today, oh, what's up from Toronto, Canada? Toronto's amazing. Hey, the Raw Critic. Hey, welcome. Love Canada. Okay, so coming on a little early today because for different circumstances, I'm going to have to move the show to Fridays now, as you might have seen on my Twitter. I did announce that. And on top of that, with this big weekend coming out for wrestling, I wanted to get a little bit more leeway for not only just SummerSlam predictions, but also for NXT Takeover. So by having on Friday, get a little bit more for the weekend to settle in and everything. So welcome, guys. Thank you for everyone who's given me a like already. You guys are off to an amazing start. Thank you. So what is up, my know-it-alls? Let's start getting into the episode, and let's start talking about what we're going to look at. Oh, did you see the Regional Southpaw? Yeah, I did check out some of that. All right. What Culture and Brian Zane. Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Although Brian Zane's pretty good. I like Brian Zane. Brian Zane is amazing. So, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for all you guys who are doing that. Brian Zane, Wrestling Regret, good guy. So, good guy. I'm just going to say that. Good guy. Really entertaining, and I love his show. And I love What Culture, too. So, who am I kidding? What are your funniest segments in wrestling history? Rock, This Is Your Life is definitely up there off the top of my head. I know it's like one of those controversial things, and I know Alexa Bliss really tried to tarnish the memory of that for some people, but what are you going to... Congratulations on 3K. Thank you for the congratulations, and thank you for being a part of that 3K, and thank you for all of you for being part of that 3K. Okay, I want to marry Debbie Desperado. Interesting. Hey, Dave, great video about Goldberg versus Rigo. I had a question. Where did you get the info? Say IBG. The match was in the Don Haskin El Paso. I go to university. Who owns the place in Watson? Oh, okay. All you have to do is just look up the episode of Nitro that was on, and that's where that episode hailed from. So I thought that was pretty cool. You are a legend. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Very kind of you. You guys are amazingly sweet. You guys, I have the best subscribers, I have to say. I definitely do. Okay. Petition to get award saying worst match ever took place here. Crossover you and Wrestling Regret. Down the line, I'm open to anything. You never know what the future has in store. You never know. I mean, let's just be, but I'm still, 3K, I'm very happy about that, but let's be, I'm realistic enough to know that, What Culture, Wrestling Regret, and a lot of these guys are way beyond where I am right now, so I'm still getting the ball moved. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. I just realized that. Thank you for the likes. Thoughts on the Iron Sheik? Sheik is great. Break you back, make you humble. I'm not going to say all of it, but yeah. Ric Flair and Jay Lethal Woo Battle is a classic. Ooh, that is a good one because, everyone just thought that Black Machismo, that's all he could do. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. But it turns out he's also good at doing a Flair impression too. I mean, what else could he do? Like, Jay Lethal is just that talented on the mic. And for my top 10 mic workers, it really hurt because I really wanted to put Jay Lethal on that list. He really narrowly made it. And if I had filmed that episode like 2 hours earlier, Jay Lethal would have been on the list. That's just how, like, all these top lists, whenever, I listen to you guys when it comes to, like, hey, do a top blah, blah, blah list of yours. And every time, and I'll do it, but it's like torture every time because I want to cram, like, 20 people into a top 10 list and I can never make up my mind. Okay, best segment ever was Chris Jericho, The Rock, and Booker T, and Rhino, and Stephanie McMahon. Rhino with the gore. And, a little rhyming game with the Rock. Okay, give a Dusty impression. Well then, the American Dream, that's the road. Wants to drop a bionic elbow on everybody, especially Ric Flair and that no good Jezebel baby doll. Happy? Dusty Road impression? You like that, Bracker? Okay. What was I going to talk about? I never got into that. Jay is so good on his own. It's not necessary. No, you're right. You're right. Jay Lethal doesn't need to do that stuff. But the fact that he can also just impresses me. Just purely from a mic work thing. Thank you for the like. Man Bear Pig, welcome, Man Bear Pig. But yeah, you're right. It's not necessary for Jay Lethal. I'm just saying I'm very impressed by it. What do you think about Neville dropping the title before SummerSlam and Baron Corbin failed to cash in? Okay, great. We're definitely going to talk about that. All right, so I want to do NXT Takeover predictions. I haven't done that yet, and I also want to do SummerSlam predictions too. So I'm going to get into that real quick. And why not just start doing that now? So real quick, the NXT card isn't too deep, so it should be relatively easy for me to get to. All right, first Jushin Thunder. Wait, sorry. Never mind. I almost talked about something that I was meaning to talk about later. Never mind. Forget that. That's a different thing entirely. I will not talk about that. All right. Where are we at on the chat? Sorry, I'm at work and my signal isn't any good. I'll keep up both the chat and watch another video another time. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I know being on a weekday is going to throw things off a little bit. They did Baron Corbin dirty. Why are you so amazing? Why are you so amazing? That's a better question. Why are you so amazing? Dave, love your content. You make the most interesting wrestling videos I've seen. Thank you. No, thank you for being so kind. Thank you for watching, and thank you for letting me know that all these crazy thoughts in my head and all this wrestling fandom isn't for nothing, and I can express these thoughts and get them out there, and there are other people like me. That's what I think is really cool. All right, Man Bear Pig. Vince caught Baron Corbin watching CM Punk and Chris Benoit matches. They buried him. No, Vince McMahon would just see a blank screen. He would say, "Why is Baron Corbin looking at a blank screen?" Okay, anyway, so NXT only 5 matches for the prediction. So welcome to chat, everyone who's just joining us. Okay, so first up, Gargano versus Almas. Now here's the thing: Almas they haven't been treating him right. I don't think, in my opinion, that's what I think. So I think Johnny Wrestling's going over on him this time because I think he's kind of replaced Simon Crow and CJ Parker as almost like a jobber to the stars, and I also think both of those guys deserved a little bit better too. So I'm going to go with Johnny Wrestling on that one. Next match: Deotami versus Aleister Black. Now I know for a long time I've been saying that I think. Oh wait, hold on. Perfect timing. Just got home. Go on YouTube, and the first thing I see is a Dave live stream. Oh, Daniel Hall, thank you. Well, I'm glad I had perfect timing. I was worried this Friday show was gonna throw everything off, but it seems like it's going well. So, and thank you for a like, whoever that was. Have you noticed that more black women are becoming wrestlers? We used to just have Jacqueline back in the day. And Jazz, don't forget Jazz. But yeah, I've kind of noticed. I think that we're growing there are more women wrestlers also, diversity as well. How do you feel about Jim Cornette, P.D. Williams, Terrell return to GFW? GFW is so weird to me because it's such at a change. Like, if you follow me on Twitter, by the way, Dave Knows Wrestling, follow me on Twitter. As you noticed, I didn't have an announcement. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but something happened in GFW, and I liked something that happened, so I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah. So just a little more diversity. Okay, so back to the Aleister Black and Hideo Itami match. Now, if you've heard me previously, early on I thought that Roderick Strong was going to be the guy to take the belt off of Bobby Roode in NXT, but I'm beginning to rethink that. I'm beginning to really think it's Aleister Black. And Hideo Itami, they seem to want to give him a big push, but his injury proneness seems to be holding him back, and I think he's kind of viewed as an NXT bust now. So with that being said, I think Aleister Black is going over Hideo Itami on his way to eventually get to Bobby Roode and take the strap off of Bobby Roode. Okay, so back to the chat. I've never seen NXT, so anyone but Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre might as well be speaking Greek. Greek names. There's a lot of cool stuff in NXT, so I think you might give it a chance. And if you don't know who Aleister Black is, you might know him if you follow British wrestling by the name Tommy End, which I think is a cooler name. Okay. Who do you think should win the Mae Young Classic? I've been staying completely out of dark because I don't want to. I've been just I want to watch the thing in its entirety. So I've been trying not to find out anything about the Mae Young Classic. So I don't. Hey Chris, how you doing? If you had to choose someone to do a gender on the main roster, who would you choose? You mean go from being a jobber to being a main eventer? That's a tough question. That's a good one. I know there's an answer out there. Bo Dallas? Curtis Axel. I know, Bo Dallas. One of those. There's somebody in the Miztourage. If you had to... Okay, what are your thoughts on WWE 2K18? Still waiting for a little bit more of information to come out. You know, big promises, but they always have big promises. I kind of have to see the game before I know if anything's good about that. Adam Cole, baby. UAD signed with WWE. Yeah, Adam Cole, waiting for that. Do you think Tatami ever gets called up? I don't know. His injury proneness beginning to make me worry. What are your thoughts on Naito winning G1? Oh, perfect. Naito's career has been very fascinating to me. Very fascinating. He started as like a blue-eyed babyface, squeaky clean, and then he went into this weird dark place, and now he's in this like weird, like crazy mindset. I think it's a cool character, so I think Naito is definitely due. Just want to say, love your videos and how well they're put together. Can't wait to see your channel explode. Thank you so much, V. Gannon. Thank you very much. Hi, Dave. Hi, Tyler Crow. Hey, welcome back. Or Kobayashi. Kobayashi. I'm a pretty big Kobayashi fan. It's you know, Kenta Kobayashi, I assume you're talking about Kenta Kobayashi, you know, and I admit, Tommy came over a little late. Thank you for the like, by the way, whoever that was. Kurt Hoggins, not bad. I have a friend, the guy who does the theme song, really likes the Drifter. I think that would be his opinion, and maybe I should say the Drifter, because he's liking how they're using him, and he thinks, thank you for the like, thank you for the thumbs up, and he's liking how they're using him, so yeah, the guy who does the music, I'm going to say the Drifter for him as well. What would your name, if you was a wrestler, what would my name be? That's a good, I have no idea. I had a Backyard Fed, and I had a pro wrestling name, I had a wrestling name of that, but that's like a different episode. I have something planned for that. Do not do it, do not wrestle at home. Wrestling is not to be done at home, by professionals only. Thank you for the like, whoever that was, and welcome to chat, all you guys joining us. Okay, so... telling you Savannah won would be a bad thing. Just kidding. You got me on that one. Who is your favorite wrestler from every era? Wow, that's a lot of questions to ask. Hold on, let me get this. If GFW get rid of 10% feel it would change wrestling independent shows, they would stop losing their wrestlers. Yeah, but they also have to like learn where to pick. Like Alberto Del Rio, let's be real here. He is problematic, so I think that was a huge amount of lost time that they had dealing with that whole issue, you know, and plus with his relationship, thank you for the like, his relationship with Paige being the problem it is, seeing them, you know, whatever their personal life is, but seeing them, hey, Amy, what's up, welcome. Seeing the fact that she's WWF contracted and they're hanging around together, you know, there's just a hornet's nest. There's a lot of like things to avoid there. What are your thoughts on Baron Corbin family cash in? Don't worry, we are getting to that, but thank you. I feel like either Giselle retains CW and Shinsuke loses the decision, or the other way around. Okay. Who wins? HAK? Okay. We're going to get this one. Johnny Mundo or Tyler Shin? Hey, everyone. Hey, David. Hey, Amy. Not much. How about you? I'm doing good. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're joining us, Amy. Favorite wrestler from each current wrestling company? Tanahashi or Rainmaker for New Japan. They're really close. Ember Moon versus Naomi. Who you like? Ember Moon. I think Ember Moon's fantastic. What do you think about Nia Jax being booked as a monster, but she's always tapping out? That is really weird. Like, that is really weird. I agree. It's not the best booking choice. What's wrong with that, Arthur? Oh yeah, start the discussion, guys. From each era of pro wrestling, I'm gonna have to get back to that. Sheik shoots that. Yeah, he's very good at that. She's not like. Okay, so back to the NXT thing. So Aleister Black, I'm putting in there. Authors of Pain champions versus Sandy. I think Sandy's time has come. Authors of Pain fit into this long line of a tradition of really dominant tag teams that NXT likes to do. With, you know, the Ascension, which, you know, believe it or not, was a dominant tag team. I know it's kind of hard to remember now, but you know, there's a long line of these dominant tag teams, and I think their time is done, and I think Sandy's time is just about to start over. Then Asuka versus Ember Moon. Yet again, I think Ember Moon's time has come. I think Asuka's reign hasn't lasted long enough. I think Asuka needs to go to the main roster, and I think Ember Moon's taking it off. Champion Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre. It is close, but I think the champ Bobby Roode retains because I think he's keeping that belt warm for Aleister Black. Okay, so back to the chat. Where we 13-year-old Smark. Hola, Dave. Hola, 13-year-old Smark. And Okay, okay. Do you like New Japan promoting itself more like a sporting event than a show? Yeah, actually, I do. I do think that the WWE formula, successful as it was, as great as it is, and as much as a lot of people can learn from it, I don't think there's anything wrong with diversity. Same thing with like Lucha Underground having just a different format, or even SmackDown being different from Raw. I think that's kind of cool. So I like that a lot. Screen face promoting something like a show. Oh, hang tight. Thank you for calling the Connecticut School Broadcasting. This is David speaking. Can I help you? That depends. You have to set up an appointment. There's different variations. So if you just come and do a tour, it's roughly around $15,000, but there's financial aid and scholarships for people as well. There is. Yeah, no, don't worry. We give financial aid and scholarships if you want. So that's why it's best to come in and discuss those kind of things with a financial department. Well, it depends. Everyone's different, so I'll have to figure out what your situation is, and I'll let you know. Okay. All right, thank you. I would suggest Monday. Or we have a tour. We also have a tour at 6:30 on Tuesday. Okay. Sounds good. We'll see you then. Cool. All right. Looking forward to it. Take care. Whoa, sorry about that. Okay. Taker, wow, all right. Did I favorite wrestler from Taker? Okay, guys talking about favorite wrestlers. Awesome. Amy, I know yours is Barry Windham. Okay, Stone Cold Great, can you make Stone Cold because he can make anything interesting? That's a good point. Wonder. All right, I like that you guys are talking among yourself. I like the conversation. I'm greatest of all time. All right, 13 was smart. I like New Japan, but I never hear anything about All Japan. You keep on. See, yeah, see, this is the thing. All Japan is harder to keep up with. You know, like the same thing. Like AAA has become very accessible for Americans, but you know, CMLL, as much as it is the OG, harder to keep up with. So it is hard, but you have to, So I kind of know I kind of know your struggle here. I wish Aki Corp get with the GFW, Ring of Honor, an updated version of No Mercy. Whoa. Yeah, believe me, video game wrestling. I think we need a whole plethora of different types of wrestling video games. Why we only have like one kind of wrestling video game is beyond me. I think we definitely need a whole lot more. Okay, so now on to the SummerSlam predictions, because hot topic here. Okay, so first thing, Akira Tozawa taking the belt off of Neville. Now, I've been saying for a while that the Titus brand needed to have a victory. They needed to have something good for them, or else why care about the Titus brand? So this happened. Did it happen too early? In my opinion, yes. It definitely should have been waited to SummerSlam. Unless they're trying to let Adrian Neville get it back at SummerSlam, therefore he gets a win at one of the big pay-per-views, and Tozawa and the Titus brand actually just get a little notch, for themselves. Oh, chat's exploding. Okay. I watch your vids daily. They're so satisfying. Thank you so much. That is very kind. That's great to know that I have rewatch value. Okay. Best wrestled Cena or Reigns. Cena is definitely a better wrestler than Roman Reigns. To me, that's no contest. Do you know Total Extreme Wrestling? Total Extreme Wrestling. Isn't that a video game? Yeah, that was a game. Yeah, I had it and I barely understood it. Unless I'm confusing it with something. World Martial Arts Champion, still a thing over in Japan. Huh. Yeah, remember when Antonio Inoki had that and was the only guy to have that? Nice. Worldwide? Okay. Hey, it's to say, but Cena, to me, there's nothing hard to say. Like, Cena gets a lot of flack, but he can go through emotions. Like, he can be partnered up with the right guy and put, like, his match with Cesaro or his match with CM Punk, his match with Daniel Bryan. He does know how to go through emotions much better. He knows how to be a willing participant much better than Roman Reigns. He's more athletic than Roman Reigns. He's stronger than Roman Reigns. To me, that's no question. Oh, Dave, here's one for you by Demetrius. Hey, Demetrius, what are some of your favorite wrestling-related YouTube channels? What Culture, Wrestle Talk News. Ollie Davis had some kind words of advice in the beginning of my YouTube channel, so I can't praise Ollie enough. I'm a big fan of What Culture, obviously. Wrestling with Regret, definitely. Tons and tons of wrestling-related channels. That beautiful Punk, I watch her. I don't know if you guys know who it is, but Chris Jericho thinks she's relevant, so that's important to know. I do like that beautiful punk. I know that's kind of awkward to say. All of a sudden, thoughts on Shelton. Rumor has it he's coming back. I've always been a big Shelton Benjamin fan, so I can't wait to see him come back as well. Other wrestling related content on YouTube. But there's tons of people I know I'm gonna miss. WrestleMania, love WrestleMania. What do you think? Tanahashi is more like HBK or Cena? I saw a comment that convinced me he's more like a strong, fast HBK. I don't think he's like either. Yeah, I mean, if you have to compare him to one of the two, that makes more sense, of course, because he does high cross body blocks. He takes the sky a lot more than Cena can, and his the way he moves, his small situations of how he places himself in the ring is definitely more similar to Shawn Michaels than John Cena. But I wouldn't compare him to either. I think it's an odd comparison comparing him to either. Have you ever watched GTS wrestling? I'm going to say no, even though it sounds familiar. I think someone might have been talking about it in a live chat before. Paige coming back, do you think she will do well? Yeah, because I think Paige is great. I think Paige is great, although she does fall into the formula of a little too much, a little too young. And, Brock Lesnar went through it, and a lot of people go through it. But I think she can rebound because... Oh, thank you for the like. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, anyone call Arn Anderson by a real name? How do you think he would react? I don't know. I've said it on this show. I don't think he has a problem with it. But yeah, that would be an interesting question. Hey, Ronnie S. Yo, what is up? Welcome. Dave, you're a man. Love the new show on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you for enjoying the show. Thank you for being a part of the Dave Knows Wrestling Know-It-Alls. Okay, with Ambrose and Rollins partnering up, if Reigns win, can you see? Okay, fine. Let's talk about SummerSlam because it seems like it's going to put Survivor Series back on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, I would totally love that. But this last year's Survivor Series wasn't Thanksgiving, but I got to admit, the elimination matches were really good. I really liked that a lot. Do you think dirt sheets ruin wrestling for smaller promotions? No. I don't think so. I think it makes it more interesting. And there are scientific studies that show, as much as we hate spoilers and verbally hate talking about spoilers and hearing spoilers, there's scientific research to suggest that it actually might make you enjoy it on a subconscious level, whatever you're watching, a little bit more. So I don't think it did. I think it garners much more interest. I think it's kind of a form of advertisement. Dave, what's your favorite wrestling movie? Oh wow. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Spider-Man count? Okay. All right. Started watching you a few days ago. Well, thank you and welcome to the team. Ready to rumble. Favorite pay-per-view of this year? Great balls of fire. That doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth, but that was not bad. The Wrestler 1970. Oh, the Wrestler! Oh, wait, hold it. Yeah, 1974, but also the Mickey Rourke Wrestler. That's pretty good because, Marissa Tomei, I know it's really weird now that she's Aunt May, but, I'm not going to say anymore because, family friendly. Let's keep that TV. Let's keep that TVG going, Or PG, whatever we're at. Mine begins and ends with the movie Body Slam. Body Slam is a good one. I did think of that one, totally. You're on a day early. I am a day early. Okay, circumstances have changed around here, so I'm going to have to start doing the show on Fridays now. And on top of that, because of TakeOver tomorrow and SummerSlam, I wanted to give a little more breathing room so I could do NXT predictions, which I haven't done before, so I thought this was a better day to do it. And things just kind of worked out in my life that it's better to have it on Fridays. And I'm just going to see how this goes. I might have to change it back to Saturdays, but it seems like Friday's doing just fine. So predict that it's going to be Fridays from now on. Cornette's been shifting all over GFW for a time, but then that calls and he's cashing his paycheck. Don't blame him. Spider-Man touche. The wrestler had 2 Spider-Man related things. Okay. Do you plan on doing a video on the fabulous Moolah and all her atrocious acts that she committed back in the day? I'm going to give it a little more breathing room since I just did the Mae Young, but like I said, I'm for at least on this promos, I plan on getting to as many big names as I can. Who's your favorite wrestler, dead wrestler? Cough, Benoit, cough. Yes, it's Chris Benoit. That's Chris Benoit. But hey, I'm also getting that. That first wrestler movie with Vern Gagne was a 2-hour acid trip. Jim and GFW might make me watch GFW. Really? Okay, all right. Jim Cornette fan on board. I like it. Do you think Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon is going to be a good watch? Here's the thing. Shane McMahon, ever since he's come back, he's been nothing but good matches. I don't really... I mean, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the like. Even though I don't, he's not the best. He's not a wrestler. I mean, he's great. He's like even the stuff with Kurt Angle. He's great to watch. He's very entertaining. He's just not a full-time wrestler. So, but I do think it's great. Dean would be a great heel. He would be. Dan, Dave, your chat is exploding today. Yeah. Turns out Friday ain't so bad. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are doing great with the likes. You guys are amazing. No wonder I missed you last weekend. Do you have there to kick? I had to come there to kick your butt. See, that's one of those yes or no questions that really doesn't have a good answer. It's like, do I have to come there to kick your butt? Yes? Wait, no? Either way, you're right. The women's tournament should have been named after Moolah. I thought that too. I thought it was very strange. As in honest promos, I thought it was very weird that they named it after Mae Young. But it's because Stephanie really got along with Mae, and she also promised that on Mae Young's 100th birthday, she was going to be able to wrestle Stephanie and Triple H's daughter, which unfortunately we're not going to see. But that would have been amazing. Because Stephanie's daughter would have turned 18 it would have been 18 by the time that Mae turned 100. So unfortunately, we didn't get to see that. Okay, if you take one wrestler from each promotion to create a new Four Horsemen, who would that take? That is such a hard question because the Horsemen are such a legendary team and they're they're a very distinct group. Too much. However, I do kind of want to see a makeshift Horseman with, hear me out, Charlotte Flair, Carl Anderson, Bo Dallas, and Tessa Blanchard. Just think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. Maybe, just think about it. I just want to see that happen. Okay, so are you ever going to make people in chats mods? I don't know what a mod does, and I don't know how to do that. I will look into it, though. Good point, Raw Critic. Good point. Dave, I'm just picking at you. No, I know you're kidding. I was kidding too. No, Amy. No, I know me and you were good. Don't worry. No. I got you. I was just playing along. I was never a Shield fan, though. I thought they were shoved up our noses by Dean is my guy just for the fact that he's nuts. Yeah, I do like Crazy Dean. They should have the trophy for the Mae Young Classic be a class hand. That's a good one. Okay. Who do you think is more underrated, Christian or Shelton Benjamin? At this point, Shelton, because at least Christian got the big one in TNA and the world title in WWE. I know he didn't have a great run with it, but still. So I would say Shelton Benjamin. Okay. Someone's advertising in this chat room for some odd reason for stuff. Anyway, the other is now I guess I'm growing a reason for a mod. 6 months. You guys know about these? What are these? Why are they here? It's like the same thing with my Twitter. Like people are like there's like I don't know. I don't understand. I'll be honest. I don't really understand the internet too much. I'm not. It might be a bot. Okay. Plus, you don't want Moolah to be the representative of women's wrestling. Okay. All right. So let's start getting into this. So I was talking about Akira Tozawa and Titus O'Neil. There's and versus Neville. So I kind of have the gut feeling that I'm just going for the gut feeling that Neville's taking him back just because I can't see them doing anything else. Oh, Luke Jackson, friend of the show. You want to come? You want to come in? You can. He's been on prior episodes. My amateur wrestling expert, one of my amateur wrestling experts. Yeah, Luke Jackson.
I see me.
What up, Luke?
I see me.
We're doing the live chat right now, Luke. Yeah.
I'm watching.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right. So that explains that. Hey, we also. All right, Luke Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for Luke Jackson, one of my amateur wrestling experts for sure. And okay, now, hey, Lucky, nice. Okay, so I'm moving on. Also, pre-show, So I'm still on the pre-show. Now, the New Day and the pre-show, that kind of hurts. Especially, and I'm surprised Kofi is not in it. It's actually Xavier Woods and Big E for a change, going against the Usos. Now, some people are thinking the Usos are taking the titles back, and I understand that just because with the New Day having an extremely long title reign, previously, it'd be a kind of a surprise. But I think the New Day is going to retain. It kills me that they're on the pre-show because SummerSlam has been a pretty good pay-per-view for those guys. So seeing the fact that they're now pre-showing it up kind of hurts a little bit in this, colossally long SummerSlam show that we're having. All right, next up we have the Hardy Boys, also on the pre-show. This match just came out. Hardy Boys and Jason Jordan versus The Miz and The Miz Taraj. Now this is kind of a throwaway thing, and yet again on the pre-show, why do we have the Intercontinental Champion on the pre-show instead of having the match? Is Jason Jordan a little too soon for him to go against The Miz for the IC belt as what the alleged plan was? Yeah, maybe it was a little too soon, but at the same hand, I do think they need to get it in there. The pre-show match, I think they're going to use this to build Jordan up. So Hardy's and Jason Jordan, that's what I got. Even though the Miz Taraj definitely could use a little bit more of a push, I think, because they haven't really done much since. How about finding a women's wrestling representative other than Moolah or Mae Young? Who would that be? Good question. Sensational Sherry. I think she doesn't get nearly enough credit. Mildred Burke. Hey, that's it's very smart. Very smart answer. No, that was a good answer. No, dude, that was a good answer. That's actually pretty smart. Okay, he never needs to get out of 205 Live. Some people are saying that he's actually just done with the Cruiserweight division and he's going to be going back to the main roster and out of 205 Live. So Daniel Hall, not necessarily a bad observation. Oh, and thank you for the thumbs up. You guys with the likes, you guys are great. Make a team full of jobbers. Yeah, that was called 3MB or the Social Outcasts. They had a bunch of them. Wendy Rector, a pretty good answer too. Still pulling for Jason Jordan to make him heel. Want some new ring gear? I'm a big Jason Jordan fan too. You think deserved WWE Championship? Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect, I'm a big Mr. Perfect fan. Okay, so now out of the pre-show, let's go into the regular show. First up, Cesaro and Sheamus going against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, the champions. Now, I know with these predictions, I tend to drag on a little bit, so I'm trying to go a little bit faster. I think this is hands down. Cesaro and Sheamus, they've been doing well for a while, but I think their time is over. And as a tag team, they're still a hodgepodge tag team, which I never really liked the two singles wrestlers. And I think their time as tag team wrestlers, as tag team champs, they've done enough. They've gotten it. Okay, they've made their point. I think it's time to split them up. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, I think, takes it down. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are great. The Shield wins. Yeah, that's where I'm at. All right. Thank you, Amy. What is Randy Orton's best moment? I really like the Legend Killer gimmick. What do you think of 3MB now compared to then? It's been a big change. Yeah, it's been a big change, for sure. I don't think anyone saw them going the way they did. So, I think I don't know. I was never the biggest 3MB fan, so that's the other thing. So, Drew McIntyre is definitely the best one, and I think he's in a good place now, but I want to see where that goes as well. Give Axel a chance. Yep. I think he's capable of more than to give him credit for. Is he Mr. Perfect? No, but who else? Who can be perfect? Thank you for the like. Should go with heel manager Emma. Huh, interesting. Yeah, because that's the thing. I thought he was going to kind of turn on Kurt Angle, seeing the fact that, he was blackmailing him, or someone else was blackmailing him about the Jason Jordan thing, and Kurt Angle just went forward. It's not clear. Why are they all chummy if he was blackmailing him, and if he wasn't blackmailing him, then who was? So there's a question. Dave really does know wrestling. Thank you, Ronnie S. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. Randy is going to put Rusev over. I wish. Okay, fine. We'll just talk about that next. So Randy Orton versus Rusev. Randy Orton has been losing pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. Rusev is a guy they have made it very clear that they do not mind embarrassing. I want Rusev to do better. I think Rusev having a win over Randy Orton would be a great push, but I think Randy Orton is going over on him. I wish Rusev would go, but I'm not sure about that. The name is Sister Sherry Classic. Interesting. I could see Sheamus and Cesaro holding the belts for one more month. I mean, I could see it too, don't get me wrong, but I think the Shield's time is now. And I think they might treat this as like a big SummerSlam, the big, feel-good moments of, WrestleMania level, but, probably better than what feel-good moments we had at WrestleMania, because there weren't too many at this year, or last year, or the year before. Definitely not at 30. Biggest jobber. Biggest? Like, Haystack Scout who? What do you mean by biggest? Or the guy who just lost the most? I'm sure there's an answer for that. He should work Japan like his father. See, the thing about Curtis Axel is I think his mic work definitely needs some help too. And yeah, Japan, Canada, tell him bring it on. Did you see when Booker called Hulk Hogan? Yes, I did. Me and Mr. Direct on a very early episode of the show. We had a good long talk about that. I think Dave would make a better manager. Thank you. He would be brilliant in the boss persona. Okay, here's from well, thank you. Very great observation there, Demetrius. Okay, and in the comments, someone asked me, did I ever have pro wrestling experience myself? And just to clarify, get this out there. Congrats on the 3K subs. Thank you very much, Angel. Who's your favorite jobber of the present day? Sami Zayn count? Rusev will win the WWE soon. What do you think of that? I think Rusev should get it. Yeah, I really do. Okay, so to clarify on that, someone asked me, did I ever have pro wrestling experience? Now here, and you just pointed out that I was a manager. Now, no, I never trained in the professional setting. Backyard doesn't count, but professional setting, I was never a wrestler. I never trained as a wrestler, but I did work as a mysterious authority figure owner character that I did for an independent promotion. It was pretty cool. I had a bodyguard who was supposed to be from the MMA. He was this big tough guy, and he would get in his face whoever stood next to me. And then I also got to talk to all the wrestlers. It was a pretty cool thing. I think it's long enough now that I could reveal that. So sorry for breaking kayfabe or breaking breaking the fourth wall. I call Cabana. I'm just going to do that reference. So yeah, I actually have worked in in a pro wrestling setting before, but yeah, and as a manager, and manager's fun because I'm not opposed to taking bumps, but I don't know. These guys are really big, and in person they're like even bigger. Oh yeah, and what's really cool is Crowbar was one of those guys there, and I was like, I had to not like mark out or fanboy out too much, but I was like, whoa, it's Crowbar. The dude from Canada, Jason Jordan's watching at the airport. I'm watching this at an airport. All right, Azari. Nice. Hope you're going somewhere fun. Diggy, welcome, Diggy. When do you think main roster? Asuka main roster debut pretty soon. I think she's losing to Ember, and I think she's coming up. I think you'll make a great wrestler. Well, thank you for that kindness, but I'm no Barry Windham. But thank you. Oh, wow, thank you for all the likes. You guys are doing great. Backlash is still a strong pay-per-view. Yeah, it's actually been. Equals jobber, everyone great on the WWE. Really jobber. Yeah, I know, it makes me sad. Do you think CM Punk will ever return? I want him to so bad, but I don't know. He's really making me think he won't. The Mega Dude Broski! What's up? With Adam Cole and Red Dragon joining NXT, are there any other Ring of Honor wrestlers you want to see make the jump? No, because I think too many of them are making a jump. I think Mike Bennett, exactly. Exactly, Man Bear Pig. With the way they're handling Mike Bennett, they're not doing well. Now, I'll be the first. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you. The thing is, they're not treating Mike Bennett well, but he doesn't have the WWE mold. He's a little small, and he also recently admitted that he wasn't in the best shape, and they were saying that they're kind of looking down on him for not getting into shape before his debut, but he was not getting in shape because he was overcoming some personal demons, and because of that, it was the best thing for him to do to get in the right state of mind for himself and his wife. So they're kind of taking it out on him, and with that being said, they're not treating him well, but I don't think they were going to anyway. His gimmick was dead on arrival. They're not treating him well, and WWE is right now just taking these guys because they want to make sure no one else has them. And the thing is, everybody else kind of needs to have their meat and potatoes dudes. And Mike Bennett would work. WWE doesn't need him, but he's better utilized somewhere else. Marty Scurll, he's great, and if he comes over, that's kind of hurting other promotions and the Bullet Club. Kenny Omega, same thing. They're there's a lot. You need to have big names, especially big names that fit elsewhere better. You need to let them play where they need to play, in my opinion. I think you can't push everybody is the thing, and the WWE's roster is too packed as it is. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes, guys. He's in pain reading for painkillers. Yeah, so, yeah, that's the thing. Who's Mike Bennett? Oh, I know you're kidding. That's pretty good, though. What NXT wrestler should be on the main roster, one on Raw and one on SmackDown? Bobby Roode I send to Raw, and SmackDown I send Deo Itami. I know, even though they're probably giving up on him, I still really like Itami. They should dump Mike and keep Maria Kanellis. I was a big Maria fan, I will say that much. Okay, so going back to the show. So, all right. Big Cass versus Big Show. Short cage match. There's a lot of rumor, because Cass needs help on the mic. Enzo, not very popular backstage, but really popular in terms of merch sales and popular for fans, saying Enzo might go heel and Enzo and Cass back together as heels. That's a rumor, and if that happens, maybe not, but I still think Big Cass is coming out on top. I still think, what's up, Peter Fogel? I think Cass is keeping up. Boring. Nicholas Drago, what's boring? I don't know. Roderick Strong for SmackDown. Roderick Strong for SmackDown. That's the correct answer. I'm sorry. That is right. That is right. It's definitely Roderick Strong. Everyone can't and shouldn't be on WWE. Remember, WWE sucks when they have a monopoly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, what do you guys think, though? What do you guys think about, Mike Bennett and also the Ring of Honor guys that you want to see make the jump? Now, don't get me wrong. There are a couple of guys I would love to see them make the jump, like Okada, big star in New Japan. Perfectly fine if he stays there. But Roderick Strong, Okada and a Randy Orton match, I would definitely love to see that. I think he has the WWE nature to him, more so than Nakamura did, and Nakamura's already over. And I've met both of them, and Okada's a very nice guy. So is Nakamura, and I like that Nakamura actually stays in character the whole time. He is always acting like that, so I think that's really cool. Anyway, side note, Maria will make a decent match for anyone. Who are they going to give a push? Who are they going to give a push? What do you think? Like I said, I think they're going to keep Mike and Maria together, but who knows that. Favorite wrestler of all time? That list is coming. I'm doing that episode soon, Ronnie, yes. Okay, so let me, like I said, I know I always drag my feet on these predictions, so let me try to move up. Randy Orton, I did already. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Return of the Demon King. Seems to be a big step back from where he was at last year's SummerSlam, but with the injury, I understand. Ric Flair's in the hospital. Yes, I know, and my best, most sincere wishes. Get well soon, Rick. Get well soon, Nature Boy. And but Finn Balor, I think, is winning over Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has been I don't think Bray's getting pushed enough, but he's been doing a little bit better. So maybe maybe he can survive it if the Demon King takes down Bray Wyatt to end this feud and cap it off. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. Now I'm a little disappointed because they were doing, as rumor has it, they were doing house shows before they even started feuding for this U.S. title. They were doing house shows where they were actually putting on Iron Man matches to test the waters if these two guys could do an Iron Man match. Because an Iron Man match, thank you for the like, it's not something everyone could do. So I was really looking forward to the blow-off of the feud being AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens, and even at SummerSlam would have been great for an Iron Man match between the two, but instead they're involving Shane. So, and the rumor is Kevin Owens is going to go into a feud with Shane, as we were talking about earlier, possibly even go into a Survivor Series, Kevin Owens team versus Shane's team. And with that being said, obviously it seems like AJ's going to keep the title, and AJ's going to go over Kevin Owens. So, so where are we going now? Where am I on the chat? Let me just catch up. The role of manager needs to be resurrected in WWE. Paul Heyman is great, but he shouldn't be the sole highlight. Agreed. Vince should bring back WCW and run them as two separate companies. Agreed, but I know that ain't going to happen. Two separate companies that don't even acknowledge each other's existence. WCW would be more like wrestling. And I kind of think that's what they have with NXT, though. Am I the only one that doesn't get the Demon King character? I don't get them calling it the Demon King, but I have no problem with him just coming out, having cool entrances and stuff like that. I think that's perfectly fine. How would you fix WWE's overexposure problem? I would let other people book. Ryan Ward, I think, doesn't get enough credit as a booker. Favorite era in WWE? I guess I would say the Attitude Era. I think that's fair. It's not, I think that's fair. Would you rather have ECW or WCW come back? ECW. The new British title debt, it's not looking good. They had to cut costs. We talked about this in previous episode. WWE is looking to cut costs, and an international show is not looking to be in the budget currently. WWE won't do a partnership. Oh, some more guys who have been on the show. Dylan, you might have recognized him. He's been on the show. Going back to 2 hours. Yeah, because go back to 2 hours because especially like now pay-per-views are getting even longer. WWE won't do a partnership with New Japan without wanting to control the whole thing. I mean, the thing is they used to. They used to have a good working relationship with New Japan, which I find funny. So you never know. Yeah, I agree. Bringing back WCW, wishful thinking on our part. Yeah. Do you see Dean Ambrose turning heel at SummerSlam against Seth Rollins? No, I don't, but that's not bad. I gotta admit, that'd be pretty good. I don't see that, but that's not bad. Do you think Taka Michinoku is underrated? Yes, considering he's a big reason why Kenny Omega is in wrestling. Yes. Now, yes, I do think he's underrated. The Dean Ambrose heel turn, not bad because they're teasing something and they're teasing the Shield reunion and to pull the curtain out from under him. By turning Dean heel would be surprising, pretty interesting. That's not bad. I don't hate that. My only thing is, where would they go as a tag team from there? And where would the tag team guys go? Where would Cesaro and Sheamus go after that? Cesaro and Sheamus go after that? That's my question. Okay, Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks. This is probably the hardest call just because it could go either way. The substitution, you think the substitution might win. At the same hand, there's some rumors persistently that Bayley's going heel is going to turn on Sasha Banks. And also, Alexa Bliss might just keep it because maybe they have that title earmarked for Bayley for this big SummerSlam thing, and they don't want to give it to Sasha Banks because they want to keep it to Bayley. So who knows? I'm going to say Alexa Bliss retains. That's where I'm going to say, but I could be turned either way on that one. What tag team do we need? Well, they just severed a whole bunch of tag teams, so any of the ones they just disconnected could come back. It would be nice to see Dean as a heel. Yeah, who's your favorite wrestler? Get into that episode soon. Gonna have to wait. I've been getting asked this one a lot. I know, I've been dragging my feet on it, but don't worry, it's coming out. I had a lot of plans, but it's coming out. I'll get to it soon. Like, yeah, right, but both club versus club would be pretty cool. Do you think wrestlers will one day unionize? No, I don't. I think they should. I think they need one. But the problem is the only company that could ever possibly justify unionization is the WWE. And Vince McMahon and, eventually Stephanie McMahon and all of them will not let that happen. They will make sure that they don't allow it. But yes, wrestlers very much need to unionize. Very, very much. What do you think? That's a good question. What do you think about Candice? She is the best. I think she will win. I'm glad that you like her, and for your sake, I hope so. Take your time, Dave. Okay, thank you. Honest promo, Ziggler. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, I like that one, Raw Critic. I am... okay, I'm feeling you. Okay, next, the other women's title. Naomi versus Natalya. I really want Natalya to win. I really do. I think this is a great opportunity for her to come back because everyone talks about the women's revolution. But what about Natty? What about Paige? They were around. Now, Paige is not around right now, but I think in a lot of ways they did a lot of this. Natty helped get Charlotte over when Charlotte won the NXT women's title after Paige. I don't think they get enough credit. But I think Naomi's keeping the belt, but I wish Natty Neidhart got it, but I think Naomi's going to keep it. Do a history of Starrcade? I definitely intend to. So, good. I don't get why they have all three of them on Raw if they're going to be full-blown reunion anytime soon. That's a good point. I sent Roman SmackDown, fresh start, new audience. Yeah, not a horrendous plan, I would say. That's actually a pretty solid one, if I would say so myself. Okay, so I'm boiling it down now to the nitty-gritty. Oh, Baron Corbin, John Cena. Another tough one. Another tough one here because rumor has it Cena is going to Raw after SmackDown and might just be Raw exclusive. If that's the case, the typical thing they've been doing for the brand switch is you lose on the way out. That being said, Super Cena has also just come off of a few losses. Cena could get a win, Jinder Mahal and as well as Nakamura. Cena definitely is kind of due up for a win. This is kind of a long stretch for him to be losing to 3 different opponents. Baron Corbin, on the other hand, has a lot of heat on him. And she found it for her uncle. Right. Favorite summertime ever? All good questions. So the other thing is, Baron Corbin allegedly has a lot of heat backstage, and that's why his cash-in failed. Now, not a big fan of Baron Corbin. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I think he's almost completely useless. And his Twitter mentions he's been running his mouth off a little much. He's been getting into the heat. Now, there's a couple of things here. Some people are saying his cash-in failure was due to the Money in the Bank. Was due to his running his mouth on Twitter and saying some things that didn't go over. And he's always been a big tweeter, and sometimes he's been doing okay, but shot his mouth off one too many times in the wrong direction, and it didn't quite land. And so because of that, some people are saying that he's kind of getting a deep pushing. Other people are saying that they're finally realizing that he's not the superstar they thought he was. He's not connecting with the fans, which finally they might be employing a little bit of fan service here and realizing to not push someone down your throat, which would be something new for them. What's your favorite wrestling stage? Good question. I don't know. Never thought about it. But so Baron Corbin might be de-pushed because they might actually be listening to fans, which is something they need to do. And it might be a combination of those things as well. But on the other hand, some people are saying his cash-in was already planned, that he was going to fail and become a new aggressive, even angrier monster heel now as a result. Now, I would have liked it better if, now before I finish it up, so I think Cena wins, just for the record. But also on that, moving on to the next part of this equation, Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal. Now, Nakamura, I do predict he's going to win. I think Jinder Mahal thing, I know it was just nothing but a Randy Orton feud, but I think his time has passed. I really want Nakamura to win, and I think Nakamura is going to win. But the idea here is the blown opportunity. Nakamura wins. Baron Corbin cashes in because he still had that beef with Nakamura not too long ago, and Nakamura wins, thus putting him over as an even stronger champion and giving that failed cash-in of Baron Corbin that they want. So that would have been perfect. And because Baron Corbin cashed in early, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe Nakamura isn't going to win at SummerSlam. I'm still going to say my pick is going to be Nakamura, and yeah, I'm picking with my heart instead of my head, but that's the other thing. Nakamura versus Nakamura still might not win. I'm not 100% confident in that pick, but that's what I'm going with. Okay, Cena wins, you guys think so? Do you think Corbin will be in a main event next week? I hope not. Needs to... Yeah, the long hair is an odd choice. The Michael Bolton look, the wet Michael Bolton look, very odd choice. I see Baron Corbin as more of a JBL role, but JBL was much better at garnishing heat. And I'm not a big JBL guy. It's just, JBL was better at doing a lot of things than Baron Corbin was. And JBL could actually move a lot faster and had better wind than Baron Corbin. If Rude goes to SmackDown to offset Cena going to Raw, Rude versus Owens feud would work. Yeah, it will work. Canadian feud. I likes it. Asuka should beat Ember Moon at TakeOver, join SmackDown Raw and forfeit the title. Oh, a la Paige, not bad. Okay, so I think I've covered everything except for the Universal title match. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman. Okay, here's the thing. All these guys have a very good stake here. Do you think world titles will finally turn blue? I hope it doesn't. All these guys have a good stake here. Braun's time. What do you think about WWE ruining Nakamura? I don't think he's ruined quite yet. I think people really want Joe to win. Okay, seems like we're back. Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone has a legitimate stake. Braun, even though he's technically a heel, has been going over really, really well. His time is now. If anyone's time was to win the belt now, it would be Braun, as far as I'm concerned. Then, Joe. I don't understand how he's at this dance. Okay. All right, just moving into the room. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this up because the connection's bad. I don't know what's going on here. Technical difficulties. So as I was saying, Joe's pretty hot too right now off of that, and so is Braun Strowman, and also Roman Reigns. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Shield reunion. Universal Champion Roman Reigns gets help from the Shield. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, new tag team champs, and all of them have the belts. And then we move on into but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. However, with the Heyman stipulation of Braun Strowman, of Brock Lesnar leaving, and all the UFC hype and everything like that, I think it's a swerve. My actual prediction, while I could see Roman Reigns winning, my actual prediction is Brock Lesnar retains the championship at SummerSlam, holds it till WrestleMania. That's my prediction. Okay, guys, sorry about the technical difficulty. I don't want to take any chances. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you for all the likes, thumbs up, and everything. Thank you for watching Dave Knows Wrestling. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and to check out my Patreon page. Any support you have to give is highly, highly appreciated. Thanks so much. Thank you. All you guys, too many of you to thank. Thank all of you. Don't want to roll the dice and start naming people and then cut off again. Thank you so much. And this has been the Dave Knows Wrestling live stream. Thank you guys.